In this video, I want to share with you a scheduler that I have for sale on Etsy. So the nice thing about the scheduler is that it could filter by three different options. So you can filter by different shift, you can filter by the employee position, or you can filter by the employee name. And cool thing about this is that you could pick what year you want to look at, right? If you want to look at 2030, 29, you can pick the month that you want, which month you want to look at, and then you can pick the start date. So you can pick Monday or you can pick Sunday. So if you notice as I pick between Monday and Sunday, you can see the view changes. So let's keep it as Sunday for now. And here you can pick the week in that month. So, for example, you can pick different weeks. So, if I were to pick week 3, as you know, you can see the week date here also change. And there's no data here because I didn't enter any schedule for this third week of April in 2030. But I enter a lot of information for week 4. So, as you can see, the date here coincide with these dates down here. Um, and the other nice thing about the scheduler is that it counts the total number of shifts that you have scheduled for that date. So here you have 10 shifts, 7 shifts, 9 shifts, etc. For the whole entire week. And so, for example, let's see. So, for example, if I just want to filter by the morning schedule, you can see all the morning schedule shows up, and here all the morning schedule are highlighted by the yellow color here. And then if I want to look at the afternoon shift, I could see only the afternoon shift right here. It's highlighted by the salmon color. If I wanted to look at evening shift, I could see all the evening shift here and it's highlighted by the blue color. So as you can see here, if I change it to all, everything will show up. And if I'm looking for a certain employee position, right, I'm just looking for my chef, only the chef will show up, right? You can see all the different names here, but their position title is that they're chef and all they're showing up here. All your chefs are showing up here. And then if you just want to look for one employee, right? Let's say you're just looking for John Smith. John Smith will show up here too. Only John Smith. So the nice thing about the scheduler is that you could filter by these employee position and employee name and their shift schedule, and you could print it out and give it to your employee. So let's change it all back, and I want to show you how it works. So on the scheduler, you can see that there's 4 tabs. The first tab is a federal holiday tab. This data here is for it to um, use in this calendar to show the holiday. So, for example, let's come back here because this calendar also highlights the holiday. So we are in 2025. So let's say if I'm looking at January. So on January 20, I believe it's Washington's birthday. So that's why it's highlighted here as orange. So that is what this data here is for, so that this calendar know which date is a holiday. And it also highlights today's date. So today's the 16th. So as you can see here, it changes a bit. This gold here is a little bit darker than the rest of the gold. So on 116, which is today, it highlights today's date as well. So that's a neat thing about this calendar. Okay, so let me change this back. 2030 April. And then we had data for week 4. Okay, so then the next tab is the employee list. This is where you actually start if you buy this scheduler. So you could list up to 50 employees or schedule up to 50 employees. So first, what you do is you can just type in their name, right? So you input their name, their position, their phone number, their email address. And then from there, you can go to the shift input. Here, you could add in the date that you want to schedule. So, for example, let's start from the beginning. So, after you've inputted the employee list, you can come here and pick what date you want to schedule this employee for. So, let's say we'll schedule this employee for 4/21, 2030. And from here, you can get a drop down menu. Right, you can pick who you want to schedule. So let's schedule John Smith. So just an FYI, this drop down menu comes from this employee list that you set up over here. So that's why it's very important that you start out with the employee list first, set up all your employee in their position, then go to this shift. And then from here, you can pick John Smith, and then automatically it'll tell you what the title is because you have John Smith as a chef, right? And then from there, you just enter the time that you wish to schedule this employee for. So you can start at 7 a.m. Let's say he leaves at 3 p.m. here. Oops, 3 p.m. right there. And it automatically counts the shift, length of shift. And excuse me while I change this real quick. This one says should be please. Okay, right there. And then, so after you have all your employee schedule out for the week or the month, you can come here and you could just, filter by the different option here, and you could see the views that it shows after, you pick whichever option you want here. So the nice thing about this is that you could just filter by the employee, right? You can filter by the employee and then print out the schedule and give it to them. And it's not so I built this mainly for like a restaurant scheduler, but you could do this for a construction site as well. So instead of having this as employee position, you can put this as a site, right? And you can put this as site one right here. You just change this and you come over here. It will tell you that, oh, John Smith is at site one, right? And here you can just change the employee position to the site, employee site, right? Right here. And then from here, the drop down will change to the site instead of the employee position. Then you can find out like, when is John Smith scheduled for site one, right? And you can just filter by John Smith. There you go. And you should all just have John Smith. Okay, so this is a very dynamic scheduler. So if you're interested in this scheduler, please check out my Etsy shop, and I will also put this on the site to the website to my Etsy shop. And if you're interested, please check it out. Thank you.